Good morning, friends. Welcome back to She's in Her Apron. Today is Thanksgiving. To like, wah! Isn't that etiquette to pee at the table? Today is Thanksgiving. For you. Tonight it's Friendsgiving for us. I have 4 other couples coming tonight for dinner, and I need to get the place ready, and I have to make a few dishes, and of course you're coming along with me. So I decided to put this video up on Thanksgiving because I am getting ready for a Thanksgiving dinner, and so that way you could watch all of this on Thanksgiving, and while you're getting ready for your Thanksgiving, I know this counts for our friends in America, but hopefully this will motivate all of you getting ready for a holiday dinner. I am gonna first start by getting the rolls out of the freezer. I have a big freezer in the garage. I'm gonna get the rolls out, which are right here, so they can thaw and rise. I am also going to grab a pie for tonight. I'm going to grab a pumpkin. I'm also going to grab a blueberry pie because we're gonna bake these as well. And then an apple pie. Apple pie, this pie filling is in the aluminum foil. All we have to do is put a pie shell down. We have a blueberry pie and a pumpkin pie. The pumpkin pie is already baked, and then the blueberry pie needs to be baked. And then we have our rolls. I do have a video for you guys where I started my holiday baking to get ahead. So that way, like today, all I had to do was take things out and heat them through. So I am gonna be doing another holiday bake with me. I'm gonna be baking more like Christmas cookies, different types of Christmas cookies, other pies, more rolls. So I'm gonna be taking you guys along with me probably next week, so check that out. I have my parchment paper down, and I'm just gonna start placing the rolls. I'm not sure how much they're going to rise, just because I have never done these frozen before. This was my first time. So, but they're gonna take a little while. So, like I said, it's around 9:13 in the morning. We have plenty of time for these to thaw out and rise a little and get them in the oven. So, definitely no worries. So yay, look, I don't have to take my Bosch out. I don't have to create a mess. Seriously, the best part about taking some time out of your day and spend the day baking and getting ahead for your holiday dinner. I am so glad I did that. I was exhausted that day when I made that video, but man, I'm so glad today, because I would have been up last night making these rolls, and oh, so thankful. So, all right, these are gonna set out. I'm gonna cover them with saran wrap. And I'm gonna put these back in the freezer, and look at that. I have more rolls for Thanksgiving, for after Thanksgiving. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the pumpkin pie, I just took the aluminum foil out, and I'm just gonna let it sit all day out. And that's it. Done. This is the blueberry pie. This needs to be baked. So I wrapped that in first saran wrap and then the aluminum foil. We do not thaw this before we put it in the oven. My oven is almost to temperature. If you thaw it and then bake it, it'll be so soggy. So we're not gonna do that. Here's the apple pie filling. So I froze it, I put aluminum foil down, and then I poured the apple pie filling in. And so that way it would keep its shape for when I want to put it in the pie shell instead of just freezing it in a bag. So our pie shell is in, and this is just coming right off the aluminum foil. And then we're just gonna place it right in there, and bam, it fits. Because I have seen over and over again doing apple pie filling, just put in freezer bags, but it's not the shape of your shell. So this way, when I saw it done this way, I just thought, oh, that is genius. I'm gonna put a few dollops of butter in here. Okay. And we'll put the top shell on. So we'll put both the blueberry pie and the apple pie in the oven together. And then later, we'll put in the turkey. The turkey is not going to take long to heat through. So, because we are using a turkey we got from Costco, if you saw my Costco haul. It's already a it's already a smoked turkey. All we have to do is warm it through. We've had them before from Costco and they are a delicious turkey. And the reason why I am cooking at least the apple pie this morning and not closer to dinner time to have a nice warm apple pie is because it's frozen, it's gonna take a while it's cooling to set up, okay? Because of the consistency that it'll be. So we already have thickening agents in here to help with that, but you want it to cool so it has time to set up. Same with the blueberry, but I've never really had warm blueberry pie. Usually that's best served cold. All right, now we'll just put some slits. Now we'll just put some slits up top. All right, that's fine. Okay, so we have our apple pie and our blueberry pie ready to get in the oven. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sure how long to bake these because when I do the blueberry pie, normally it's 450 degrees for 10 minutes and then you lower it down to 350. But I'm gonna keep it at 450 degrees for the first 10-15 minutes. Take a look at it and go from there. I might lower the oven down to just 400. So, but we're gonna start there. The house is gonna smell so good. I can't wait. If you want the apple pie recipe, I'll link it down below, and I'll also link the blueberry pie recipe down below. So good. Okay, so I talked with Siri. Her and I had a little discussion, and I lowered the oven to 425, but I'm wondering if I should do an egg wash over those two pies. Probably, huh? Okay. So this is what an afterthought looks like. Gonna slide that out, egg wash, and I'm just going to hurry, without ruining my dough. Okay, just a little one, not a whole lot. All right, back in you go. Okay, now that that's in there, let's get going on our stuffing. So I'm gonna prepare the celery, the onions, and the mushrooms. We're going to get them in a pan and with some butter, and we're going to saute them just a little, and then we'll get them in the slow cooker. So let's make some slow cooker stuffing. If you would like this recipe, it's down below. Oh, I could smell those pies already, you guys. Oh my gosh. Okay, so celery. So I chopped 2 cups of onions, and now we need 2 cups of chopped celery. All right, so we need 12 ounces of sliced mushrooms. All right, I was supposed to melt this butter beforehand, but oh well, whatever. Okay, so basically now I'm just gonna melt the butter with the veggies and get this going. So let's see what it's like when it's done. The veggies are going, and I am working on the stuffing. I just grabbed the Mrs. Coverson's cube stuffing herb seasoning. It's great. It already has herbs in it, but I'm gonna add a few other things to it, but not a whole lot because it'll be just too to like, ah! Does that make sense? So, all right, I got a big bowl here. We're gonna pour this in. So we're gonna put 2 boxes in here. So this calls for a teaspoon of poultry seasoning. I am not going to do all the salt that it calls for in here because when I made this for our turkey dinner we had the other night, it was like a little too salty for me. So I need dried sage, dried thyme, dried marjoram, salt, and pepper.
Of what, Mom?
To get your room ready for Grammy and Grampy to come.
Which day are they coming?
The 7th. All right, we're gonna pour in our veggies. Oh, that's gonna be great. Okay, now I'm gonna grab some chicken stock, but I also need 2 eggs beaten. Grind all of this together. This calls for 4.5 cups of chicken broth or as needed. And I really do keep an eye on this. I don't want it too soggy. So I am gonna start with the can. So honestly, the chicken broth, you're just moistening it. This depends on what type of consistency you want your stuffing to be. I don't want it too soggy. All right, I think I'm gonna do it to this point, you guys. Okay, I am going to grease the inside of this. Yes, you can use a liner. I don't like liners. I don't know why, I just don't. And this is going to cook on high for an hour and then low for like 8, but I'm a little late getting this in. So I'm gonna cook this on high for a little bit longer and then I'll switch it to low. This is gonna make your house smell, oh my gosh, so good. Today is Paige's birthday, we just remembered. Derek has been with both of our cars this morning putting on the snow tires. So he is at another shop with the other car, getting it done. And so after that, he will go pick up Paige a treat, a birthday treat from where she gets her hair cut. They have all these cute doggy, like, sweets and treats for them, and that say happy birthday. So we're gonna celebrate Paige's birthday today too. So now I'm starting on the shrimp dip. Okay, so I am gonna save the rest of this green onion for the cranberry dip that I'm also gonna do. I do have the full recipe of this down below, so go check that out. There we go. I'm gonna get in the fridge and it's gonna chill and the flavors are gonna marry. It's gonna be so good. That's our shrimp dip. Okay, these are gonna have the rest of the day to cool off. And they'll thicken and they'll be perfect. Yum. Okay, it's 11 a.m. The pies are done. The rolls are not frozen anymore, so they're going to rise. And then when they get to the point where I like them, I'll bake them and the rolls will be done. Okay, time is going by and I'm doing really good on time. It is 2:14. Guests will be here for 6 o'clock. So what I'm gonna do is make the cranberry salsa and get that in the refrigerator and go check and see on the turkey downstairs in the refrigerator what the directions say to do. So I'm gonna bring that up so I am on time of when to put it in the oven and all that. So we're in a good spot. And I'm gonna start setting the table. And then I'll just pick up and clean just an hour before. I mean, the house is in great shape. Just kind of pick it up, vacuum, just wipe things down. Yeah, we're in a good spot. So, all right, let's get going. Okay, so this turkey, the instructions say that you need to bake it at 350 degrees for 12 minutes per pound, and this is 11.6 pound bird. So maybe 2 hours, but my oven does run like high. So, and the internal temperature needs to be 145. So we're gonna throw it in at 4 o'clock and watch the temperature. And so that's basically what, 2 hours, but we're gonna watch the internal temperature. So, all right, but I'm just gonna keep this here right now and get the cold off of it. Okay, I noticed, I took a peek at the bottom of this apple pie crust and it looked like it was soggy. So I took some aluminum foil and I covered it and I put it back in the oven at 400 degrees to crisp up the bottom. It looks like it might have done the trick. So there you go. So from Hobby Lobby, that's where I think I got these. These are placemats, just like paper placemats, and they were $3.99, but I think I got them on sale. I think I might have got 40% off of them. So there's 24 place settings. They match the napkins, and then the ring holders have some green and an acorn on it. So I'm gonna give this a whirl for our place settings. I don't think I'm gonna do a tablecloth on the table. I might just leave it bare with these. So we're gonna give those a whirl as the placemats. And then these are the napkins. And then the napkin rings look like this. So I thought that would look really pretty. We are not doing normal plates. We are gonna do paper plates. I'm taking a break this year and we're just going to do a turkey paper plate that looks like this. So keeping it very simple this Friendsgiving, very simple. So some years I fancy it up completely and some years I just don't. And this year we're gonna keep it super simple and I think absolutely beautiful. This just rips off. Bam! I think I like this. And there's 24, so I could save this for another year. Just store it someplace where flat. Oh my gosh, I'm loving this. I'm so glad I did it this way this year. 10. Oh my gosh, I'm in love. Things that excite me as a 42-year-old adult. I know, I'm like using paper plates and plasticware, and then we're gonna have nice napkins. Yep. One little luxury, right? Paige, is it your birthday today? Happy birthday, Paige! You're 2 today! Happy birthday! It's your birthday! What you gonna do on your birthday?
Eat cake!
Happy birthday to you!
Happy birthday to you! Happy birthday, dear Paige! Happy birthday! we got Paige a birthday cupcake from where she gets groomed. There's like a puppy bakery. So, what is this? Happy birthday, Paige. Go ahead. Happy birthday. No, she's eating it. Ooh.
Oh, it's too slippery.
Too slippery? You got it. She's fine. Yummy, yummy. All right, this is the best that the rolls are gonna do. So I'm gonna get them in the oven. They'll puff up some more, but I'm gonna get them going and yep, put them on a bowl in the on the table. Okay, these are done. Oh, they smell so good. Ooh, yes. Look at that. So I do have a video on how you can make this, and now I'm just stirring all this together, and I'm gonna get it in the refrigerator so it could chill, and then we'll put it out when it's close to time.
I ripped some skin off.
Oh well.
And she's like, I smell something.
What do you smell, Paige? Yeah, some of the skin got folded over, but we could just fold it like this, and we can play doctor. Look at that pretty, pretty bird. We're gonna cook this bird up. We're gonna put some aluminum foil over it and get it in the oven. It could cook up to 2 hours, but we're gonna keep a very close eye on it because the internal temperature needs to be around 140 or 145, it said. So we'll keep a close eye. I'm gonna see where we're at. My menu says shrimp dip done, cranberry salsa done, charcuterie board, no, I'm not gonna do that. Turkey's in the oven. Rolls are done. Heather's bringing carrots, Brussels sprouts by Beth, yams by Becky. Stuffing is doing its thing in the crock pot. Gravy, all we have to do is warm it up. So I gotta just go grab a can of cranberry sauce and start peeling the mashed potatoes, because we're gonna do those in the Instant Pot, so that's not gonna take long at all. Okay, time to get all this in the dishwasher and washed up so we have a clear sink. Okay, so Derek peeled some potatoes. They're in the Instant Pot with, I think he said, a cup of water. So we're gonna put the cover on and we're going to high pressure them for 12 minutes. Okay, you guys, the stuffing is done, but I took off the top a while ago and let it cook without the cover on, because it creates so much moisture that it gets this so moist that it's like not fluffy and it's almost like soggy. So for the last hour I've had it off and I kept stirring it every 10 minutes so that way it can get all dry and not so liquidy, if that makes sense. So this is perfect. So now it's just sitting here on low, and I've just had the cover kind of like that on. So perfect. So that's a tip for you when you make this. Part of the reason why you don't want to put too much chicken broth in, because the condensation gets it really moist. So this is what the Costco gravy came in, and I'm going to definitely keep this container. I just bought some of these containers off of Amazon. I'll leave a link. So, ooh. All right, we'll cut this bag open, put it in a saucepan, and heat it up. I hope it's good. I have a jar of turkey gravy just in case. I just didn't have the energy to do the make-ahead turkey gravy this year, so we're gonna pray that this is good. All right, I'm gonna share with you the setup. So here we have the dessert station here. We have more knives and forks and spoons and some napkins. And these are the pies that I made, of course, the pumpkin, the blueberry, and the apple. And then our guests will add more to this. All right, I got my serving platters out. This is where the shrimp dip's gonna go with crackers and chips. This is where the cranberry salsa is gonna go with the cream cheese and all the salsa, because that salsa gets liquidy, it's gonna expand, so it'll go here. This is gonna have the cranberry sauce in it. And of course, this is going to have the gravy. I am just putting the cream cheese in here with the cranberry salsa. We didn't know.
We didn't know, so we're like, what are those?
Oh, that's pretty.
And the Brussels sprouts have applewood, bacon, and oh, is this the one we brought the last time? Oh my gosh. I think so. I didn't use the recipe. Holy crap. You don't have to tell us that, He's taking the camera and he's like,
You are indeed a number one cookie.
And then when he was done, he went straight to his normal.
I know, I'm so